In this lab, you are going to study an introduction to the vertical takeoff landing, which is also known as VTOL, and the design of current controller using LabVIEW. There are two objectives of this lab. First, you will be introduced with the vertical takeoff and landing system and the open and closed loop operation on the system. Second, you will design a current controller to control the amount of current that is being drawn by the propeller motor. Takeoff landing system is shown below in the figure. The system consists of a variable speed fan with a safety guard mounted on it as shown here. At the other end of the arm there is a counterweight attached. This allows the position of the weight to be changed, which in turn change the dynamics of the system. You can adjust these screws to change the position of the weight. At the center of this system there is a rotatory shaft encoder which measures the pitch position of the VTOL system. This is the block diagram of the VTOL device. The VTOL device is broken down into two subsystems. One is the voltage current dynamics of the motor and another is the current position dynamics of the VTOL body. A PI controller inside the inner loop as shown here is used to regulate the current of the motor according to the desired reference. The current reference is generated from the outer loop. A PID compensator is shown here is used to control the pitch of the VTOL trainer. If the actuator has relatively slow dynamics, it is favorable to design a current controller to regulate the current. A proportional integral compensator is used for this purpose to regulate the flow of current in the load. The voltage current relationship of the VTOL trainer motor can be described by this equation. Here in this equation, Vm is the voltage of the motor, Rm is the resistance of the motor, Im is the current, and Lm is the inductance of the motor. This figure shows the VTOL current control system implemented. The PI compensator computes the voltage necessary to reach the desired current. Using PI controller, we can have this equation of the voltage, and this is the closed loop transfer function of the above system. If we compare the denominator with the standard characteristic equation, you can have this proportional gain and this integral gain. These can be designed according to the desired natural frequency and the damping ratio. This is the VI of the current control. There are two modes in this VI. One is current control and the other is voltage control. In the current control mode, the current is regulated by the current controller as described in the previous slide. In the voltage mode, the voltage is directly applied to the QNet amplifier, which in turn drives the motor. There are some other parameters shown here, which are position, current and voltage. The position shows the current angle of the VTOL. The current shows the current drawing to the motor, and voltage shows the voltage applied to the motor. Using this dial you can change the voltage level of the motor, and using this button you can change the mode of the VI. Either you want to work in the current control mode or you want to work in the voltage mode. Here you can see the pitch of the VTOL, and this is the graph of the current drawing to the motor. Now let's move on to the lab tasks. For the first lab task, we are going to measure the resistance of the motor. We will begin by attaching the VTOL module with the Elvis board. Now let's see this small demonstration. Here I am attaching the VTOL module with the Elvis board. Now I am powering up the VTOL module with the 12-volt power supply. Next I will turn on the Elvis board switch to power it up. When the ready LED will turn on, I will turn on the VTOL module power on switch. Now I am adjusting the counterweight. The counterweight can be adjusted in such a way that the propeller is not lifted from the surface. If the propeller is lifted from the surface, the dynamics of the system will change. Here you can see that I have adjusted the counterweight and the propeller was not lifted. Now to run the VI, I have selected the device and press the run button. The VI is currently in the voltage mode. Now I am applying the voltage to the motor. Here you can see the propeller has lifted and the motor is working. For measuring the resistance, I will increase the voltage in steps. Initially the voltage is 4 volt and here you can see the current. Now I am increasing the voltage to 5 and you can measure the current from here. In this way you have to increase the voltage in a step and record the measurement in the table. You have to move from 4 volt to 8 volt with the step of 1 volt and you have to measure the current. Here you can see the voltage is lifted high when the voltage is high. You can use this table for calculating the resistance using Ohm law. Calculate the resistance and record it in your lab report and manual. In task number 2, you are going to study qualitative current control. In qualitative current control, basically you randomly change the values of Kp and Ki and observe its effect on the system response. In this lab task, first I am going to show you the effect of having no integral gain, then I will show the effect of having no proportional gain. Let's run this VI. Initially I have set these values Kp 0.250 and Kic equal to 10. You will see when I run the VI, the propeller will be turning at different speed. This is the response and you can see here the propeller is turning at different speeds. Now I am changing the Ki value to 0. Changing the Ki to 0, you will see that our measured signal is not tracking our set point or the reference signal. There is a lot of steady state error in the response of the system. You can clearly see from the graph. So there is a lot of steady state error when Ki is equal to 0. Now I have changed the Ki to value to 100. You can see here. Changing the Ki value significantly high, the measured signal will definitely track the set point, but there are large overshoot in the system response. You can see here from the graph. Now I have changed the value to Ki to 10 and you can see the steady state error has reduced. Now I am changing the Kp to 0. You will see this is the system behavior. Changing the Kp to 0 has increased our rise time. You can see here from the graph the rise time has increased when the Kp value is 0. This is the system behavior. Now I have changed the Kp to 0.250. You can see the rise time has improved and overshoots are less in the system response. Next, you are going to design a current controller. For this purpose, you are given with omega n and zeta. Omega n is the natural frequency, zeta is the damping ratio. You have to find the value of Kp, C and Kic. After finding the value, you have to use these values in the VI and find the system response. At these values, the system response should be like this. You can see here that our measured signal is tracking the set point. There are overshoots, but the response is better than using the random values of Kp and Ki. This is how you design the current controller using the PI gains. See the lab manual for the post-lab task. Do all the necessary calculation and attach your results and calculations in the lab report and manual.